Dear students, good afternoon. Today I am going to explain the next topic, that is personal selling. As you know that there are two type of marketing. Number A, direct marketing, and number B, indirect marketing. Personal selling is a part of direct marketing. So let us start our next topic, that is personal selling. Personal selling is oral communication with potential buyer of a product with the intention of making a sale. It means in the personal selling, sales executive is directly meeting with the customers and orally communicating to the customers about the quality of the products. Personal selling is one of the oldest form of promotions. Since last so many years, most of the companies are using personal selling process or personal selling or direct marketing in order to sell their product. At what time the personal selling is more useful? There, there are various reasons given here which can explain you that at what time the personal selling is useful for the marketing. Number one, company is small or has insufficient funds to carry on an advertising program. It means for the small companies, personal selling is one of the most important thing. Why? Because in compared to advertisement, personal selling require less cost. Number next, when the market is concentrated, it means when the market is very small, when it is very easy to touch each and every customer. At that time, personal selling is the right method to sell the product. Number next, when the personality of the salesman is needed to establish rapport or create confidence. It means that there is a need to appoint a salesman or sales executive, but sales executive require more confidence in order to convince the customers. At that time also, personal selling process or personal selling method is also one of the most important method. When the product has higher unit value, it means personal selling is the right method in order to sell luxurious products where price is very high, where customer require to think more, where customer take more time, customer have more problems, more confusion, more queries. At that time, personal selling or direct marketing is the right method to sell the products. Next one, requires demonstrations. It means where there, if the product is technical product, where customer need to understand the product technically, at that time sales executive can explain or can solve the doubts of the customers. Therefore, for most of the technical products are being sold through sales executives or direct marketing. For example is aquaguard machines must be next one must be fitted to the individual customer's needs. If your product is that much not fit with the customer's needs, then at that time sales executive need to work hard in order to match the customer's needs with their products. Next one is purchased frequently. If the product is being purchased frequently, in that case, in order to sustain sales or in order to maintain the sales level, there is a need to appoint the salespersons. This is the definition given by American Marketing Association about the personal selling. Personal selling is the oral presentation in a conversation with one or more prospective purchases for the purpose of making sales. It is the ability to persuade the people to buy goods and services at a profit to the sellers and benefit to the buyers. See, let us explain these definitions by dividing the sentences. Personal selling is the oral presentations. Oral presentations require face-to-face meeting with the buyers and sellers, right? In a conversation with one or more prospective purchases, it means sales executive can meet one customers at a time or can meet more than one customers at a time in order to sell their products. It is the ability to persuade people. It means what? Personal selling requires the convincing power in order to convince the customers that my products is the best products for you, so that my product will give the more benefit to you. Therefore we can say that personal selling give the profit to the sellers and personal selling provide a benefit to the buyer. Let us go further. This is the definition given by Philip Kotler as face-to-face interaction with one or more prospective purchaser for the purpose of making the sales. Very easy. That personal selling is a sales which is done through face-to-face meeting with the buyers and sellers in order to sell the products. What are the different objectives? These are the different objectives of the personal selling. These are the objectives of the personal selling. First one is creation of the demand. If the product is launched is very new, and in that case people are not aware about the products, therefore there is a need to create a demand. So in case of the creating the demand, personal selling is the right method. Second one is handling the objectives. Handling the objectives means what? There are various doubts in the minds of customers. So salesman or sales executive can handle the doubts or confusion of the customers very easily through face-to-face meeting. Third one is exploring hidden words. It means what? If customer had received a leaflet, marketing leaflet about the company's products, customer had read that leaflet, but still customer is having a lots of doubts. So by one-to-one meeting, sales executive can explore the hidden words or can solve the doubts of the customers. Next one is educating the customers. Educating the customers means sales executive can explain the benefits of the product. Sales executive can educate the customers about the best matching of their needs. Next one, building relationships. Yes, personal selling is one of the most effective method in order to build a relationship with the customers, in order to maintain a relationship with the customers. Why? Because there is a face-to-face meetings once in a week, once in a month, as per the requirement of the salesperson. Next one is providing feedback. Providing feedback means what? After meeting with the customer, sales executive can collect the feedback about their products, about their meetings, about their doubts. So that will explain the salesperson that how to handle the customers in order to sell the products. Next one, let us go further. These are the importance of personal selling. Benefits to customers. Yes, there are various benefits to consumers. Why? Because through direct face-to-face meeting, consumer can solve their so many doubts about the products, about the company, about the brand. Next one is benefit to company. Yes, personal selling is definitely helpful to the company. Why? Because sales executive is trying to convince the customers and they are trying to maximize the sales of the company. Benefits to the society. Definitely it is beneficial to the society. Why? Because if any problem after the sales or after buying a product, customer can directly meet the salespersons, can solve their doubts, and then again they can complain directly to sales executives. So it is definitely benefits to the society as well. Yes. Next one is personal selling process. Dear students, this is the most important process in the personal selling. This is not a personal selling process. This is the life cycle of the each and every sales executive, each and every salespersons, each and every area managers, or this is also a right methodology for each and every sales executives from bottom level to top level management. So directly or indirectly, every salesperson is following this process for the personal selling process. This is also important from your GTU examinations point of view. So you have to understand this step and you are required to write down in your examination also. Step number 1 is prospecting. Prospecting means what? Prospect The word prospecting itself says that prospecting means the potential buyer, the potential customers, the potential consumers, or we can say it future buyer. Now it is the duty of the salesperson to convert the future buyer into present buyer, right? Or they have to convert the potential or prospects into a customers. So prospecting is one of the most important and the first starting steps for the each and every salesperson. Why? For example, after your MBA, if you join any company and your boss tell you that yes, go into the market and try to meet the people and try to explain our products and please sell the products. At that time, the first question will arise in your mind is to whom you will go into the market and to whom you will meet first. So prospecting is nothing but the list of customers or list of potential buyer. It may be a list of friends, list of relatives, list from the directories or data given by companies. So we can say that prospecting is nothing but the customer's database. Again, second step is qualifying. Qualifying means what? For example, you think that I will do the telecalling and you have opened a directory. Now in the telephonic directory there are lots of numbers of the whole city. So what you have to do, you are required to identify this one group that yes, I will start my telecalling to the group of doctors only or to the group of professionals only. So what you have to do, you have to identify the list of doctors, accountants, advocates separately from that directory. And what you have done, you have qualified this list of prospects. Yes, these are my first list to whom I will contact first. So qualifying means nothing but the selection of your few group of prospects or few people as a prospects from the populations. Second one is pre-approach. Pre-approach means what? Pre-approach means before going to meet the customers, you have to collect the information, basic information about your customers. To whom you are going to meet, you must have the basic information about that particular potential prospects, that their family income, their number of family members, their type of business, their banking transactions, their capacity to pay. Everything you must have to collect through telecalling or through primary meetings, right? So this is called pre-approach. Pre-approach also gives you the information about the ordering of the meeting, to whom you will meet first, to whom you will meet second. So definitely it is helpful to you for your arranging or scheduling your marketing call. Third one is approach. Approach means what? In the pre-approach, you have done the telecalling, you have collected the appointments, and now you are required to order your appointments and you are required to go to home or to the shop of the customers, and you are required to, as a salesperson, you are required to approach or to meet your potential prospects, and you are required to go for the further process. So approach means to meet the customers by taking the appointments. Next one is presentation and demonstrations. When you go to meet the customers, you are required to start your talking. You are required to start your marketing call by introducing yourself, by introducing your products, by introducing your brand. You can discuss the sports issues, political issues, so that you can trace the mind of the customers. And once psychologically you think that yes, your customer is ready to understand you or listen you, at that time you are required to start your product presentations. And it require marketing skill, it require communication skill, it require presentation skills. So you are required to start your product presentations. You can use the marketing leaflets, you can use the laptops, you can use the tablet, and you can use the product demonstrations. You can give the product demonstration also. Mostly the AquaGuard people are using this method. They are presenting the products and they are also demonstrating the products, that how product is doing the work, how product is clarifying or clearing or purifying the waters. So presentation and demonstration is the one of the most important steps. On the basis of these steps your sales is depend, or on the basis of these steps you can get the final decision that you are going to collect the check or not. After demonstrating the products, you are required to close the sale. Close the sales means what? At last, you are required to ask to the customers, yes, sir, tell me at what time I can collect the check, or at what time you give me the order. Can I book the order right now, or or you need the more time? If you need the more time, again give me the appointment for the next meeting. So this is called closing the sales. Closing the sales is also a most important steps. There are various products in which you are required to meet 2 or 3 times to the customers in order to sell the close or in order to collect the checks. Last step is follow up. Follow up means the next meeting for the doubt solving sessions, next meeting for the collection of the check, next meeting for the doubts or again the problem solving, or you are required to follow your customer till the customer give the check to you. Once the check is given, you have delivered the product to the customers, then again you are required to meet once in a month to your customers about their future needs. You can ask to the customer that, sir, you are happy with my products. If is there any technical queries or any technical problem, you are free to ask them to me anytime. So this will help you to improve the customer relationship, and that relationship will give you the more sales or more business. So this is the steps of the personal selling. In your examinations you are required to draw this chart and you have to explain each step one by one. In your examination, first of all you have to write down the meaning of personal selling, definition of personal selling. You have to draw this chart and you have to explain this step one by one by giving the examples. So thank you students, best of luck.